from a young boy in a small town to the most famous entertainer on the planet. This is the story of Michael Jackson, the king of pop, a man who broke records, redefined music, and built an empire of fame and fortune, while living under constant pressure and controversy. But behind the moonwalk, behind the millions, was a life far more complicated than the world ever saw. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana. He grew up in a large working-class family where discipline was strict and expectations were high. His father, Joe Jackson, pushed his children hard, shaping them into performers from a young age. By just 5 years old, Michael joined his brothers in the Jackson 5, and almost instantly it was clear Michael wasn't just another child performer, he was a once-in-a-generation talent. Signed to Motown, the Jackson 5 exploded into fame almost overnight. Songs like ABC and I Want You Back turned young Michael into a global star. But success as a child wasn't enough. Michael wanted control, growth, and a legacy of his own. He stepped into a solo career, releasing Off the Wall, a project that showed the world his true artistic power. Working alongside Quincy Jones, Michael began crafting a sound that would soon dominate the entire music industry. In 1982, everything changed. Michael released Thriller, an album that would become the best-selling of all time. With hits like Billie Jean, Beat It, and Thriller, he didn't just top charts, he owned them. His music videos became cinematic masterpieces, raising the standard for the entire industry. And then came the moment that defined a generation, the moonwalk. From that point forward, Michael Jackson wasn't just famous, he became a global phenomenon. At the peak of his career, Michael Jackson was one of the wealthiest entertainers in history. His net worth reached hundreds of millions, fueled by record-breaking album sales and sold-out world tours. He made powerful business moves, including owning publishing rights to major music catalogs, even songs associated with the Beatles. But behind the massive earnings, financial struggles and debt would later begin to surface. Michael lived a life unlike anyone else. He created Neverland Ranch, a private world filled with amusement rides, animals, and fantasy. He spent millions on art, fashion, and rare items, living a lifestyle that reflected both success and escape. Yet behind the luxury, Michael often lived in isolation, separated from the normal life he never truly had. Michael Jackson's personal life was constantly under public attention. He married Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of Elvis Presley, a union that shocked the world. Later, he married Debbie Rowe, with whom he had children. Michael had 3 children, Prince, Paris, and Biggie, often known as Blanket. Despite global fame, he worked hard to keep his children protected from the spotlight. Michael's journey wasn't without hardship. He faced serious allegations, legal battles, and relentless media scrutiny. His changing appearance sparked endless speculation and criticism. The pressure of fame, combined with personal struggles, began affecting his health and career. Yet even through it all, Michael continued to create, perform, and fight to protect his legacy. On June 25, 2009, the world stood still. Michael Jackson passed away at the age of 50 due to cardiac arrest. Fans across every continent mourned the loss of a legend. His memorial became one of the most watched events in history, a reflection of his global impact. Even in death, Michael Jackson's influence remains unmatched. He revolutionized music, dance, and visual storytelling. Generations of artists continue to study and draw inspiration from his work. His songs still dominate playlists, and his name remains timeless. Michael Jackson wasn't just the king of pop. He was, and forever will be, a global icon.